everyone, welcome back. For those of you that are new, my name is Casey. I post about lifestyle, home decor, living in New York City, a bunch of fun stuff. I'm just getting started on YouTube and I'm really excited to be posting a lot more. So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss any of those future videos. It is finally Friday. I feel like this has been the longest week ever. And it is a gloomy Friday. It's raining. I'm not usually I don't like the rain, but it does feel very cozy in here. I've got my lamp lit up. I am going to bop on over to get a bagel, put on my rom-com playlist, and just enjoy a little bit of the rain. And then I figured I'd go through some of my going forward goals. I have just been feeling a little bit of a quarter life crisis-y stress, and so I wanted to sit down and just get all my ideas in one place, and I wrote down some goals, personal ones, financial ones, etc. So I figured I would share some of those with you guys in case you're in a similar situation. So it's gonna be a fun, chill, cozy day. Let's get started. Okay, I'm back home. I'm so excited. I got a massive bagel. It also came with a side of fruit. Pick your fruit. It smells so good. So I normally get like a multigrain or sesame bagel toasted with an olive cream cheese. But today I was looking at the menu and I was just called. I got the Lox Deluxe. So it has scallion cream cheese, lox, onion, capers on a sesame bagel toasted. This looks so good. I love when they don't skimp on the lox. Like I feel like a lot of New York, like pricier places will skimp on them. They said, here you go, here's the full fish. Okay, so I'm gonna eat this and then I will come back and we'll go through some of our going forward goals together. I'll see you soon. Okay, I am back. That was insanely delicious. We fueled our bodies, we're feeling strong, we're feeling good. Let's get into the goals. So I call these my going forward goals because then there's no pressure for when they need to be done. I could do these next week. I could do these next year. I could never do, we're always going forward, you know? So I think that that takes some of the pressure off. I have anxiety and there's this phrase that I love. It's always bigger in your mind. When you say it out loud, it gets smaller. And so I really just love like writing down things and then talking out loud to myself or to a vlog. What I did with my going forward goals is that I picked one like, you know, big topic, and then I wrote bullet points kind of saying how I could do this, talking myself through it so that when the time comes, if I am having a bit of an anxious moment or something like that, I can come back and read these and read my own advice to myself. So the first one, we've got apartment clean out. And this is something that I'm honestly pretty good at. So go through clothes, decor, etc. and decide what to keep and what to get rid of. I want to try to not stress about having too much. I wrote here, it's okay to have things, you will find a place for them and it'll work out. I'm someone who gets very stressed with like a cluttered space, especially living in like a small Brooklyn apartment with like a tiny closet. So sometimes if I think about it and I feel like I have too much, I want to get rid of things. It's kind of the opposite of hoarding. So I'm trying to remind myself that it is okay to have things, but also be mindful about what I actually use and love. People always ask me for tips on like home decor, like how do you decorate and stuff. And honestly, I just surround myself with things that I love. The things that I have kept around the longest are those things that like weren't a trend or, you know, a quick buy. It's things that really bring me joy and that I love. This next one is important. Get rid of clothes you're saving for when XYZ. I definitely have a bunch of clothes that I'm saving for when I'm size this or when I'm, you know, and I just think that that's not helpful. And so I want to get rid of that and make space for the right now. Next up is financial goals. I want to keep putting money towards my savings every month. I want to try and be more mindful of my purchases. Think before you spend. Do you actually want this? This is such a big thing. I've definitely gotten better at this, but especially in this day and age where I'm scrolling on TikTok, I'll see someone wearing a dress that I like, I'll exit out of the app and I'll immediately order the dress. I won't even think about it. It's honestly kind of scary. That's how like fast-paced things are nowadays. So I want to remind myself to just kind of slow down. I had this rule in the summer where I didn't let myself buy things that I saw unless I went in person. And the amount of things that I didn't buy because when I saw them in person, I was like, this isn't for me. It was honestly pretty crazy. But I also don't want to like obsess over my finances and freak myself out. I I am a smart girl. I can figure things out one day at a time. So this next one is a good one. It's to find small joys. I wrote here, try not to psych yourself out with big picture, focus on day to day. I wrote this like 2 days ago, so I'm like, where was Casey 2 days ago? But I think a lot of times I will, you know, look at myself in this grand scheme of things and freak out a little bit. And instead I kind of want to focus on the day to day and what small things can I integrate into my day-to-days that will make me happy, like going on a walk, cooking something fun, finding a new show, etc. And actually noticing them. There's this like other great phrase that I love that's, maybe I'll make a video one day. I have this like notes, on my notes app, I have one called Little Words, and it's just things that I've written down that I've read in a book or that people have told me, stuff like that. And one of them talks about how your life is only as extraordinary as the moments that you choose to notice. So I want to notice more small joys. Okay, this next one, spoiler alert, find a place and move with Ryan. This is something that I'm so excited about, that we're so excited about, but moving in New York is always stressful. I've lived here for 7 years. I've moved 6 times. I do consider myself an expert in terms of finding apartments, packing, the whole shebang, but I still get insanely stressed when I'm moving. And I wrote down here, remember Ryan is on your team and you will figure it out together. That's something that Ryan always tells me. He always says, I'm on your team, we're on a team. And I think it's just a great way to look at things. I feel so grateful and excited that I have someone with me going into the chaos that is moving. Under that, I do want to try to put money aside so that I'm ready when the time comes and keep kind of building that, because moving is just also so expensive. I also wrote here, don't rush into something inconvenient. Take your time to find what's right for both of you. With that one, I also want to continue to reflect on where I could see myself, deal breakers, preferences, etc. I'm someone who just loves my home. I started as a home decor account. I love, you know, being in a home that's all tidy and all set up. And I think that's why moving is such a big stress factor for me. If my surroundings are chaotic, then my insides are chaotic. But stay tuned for that, because I'm sure that when we do move, there will be tons of fun videos and home decor and the whole 9 yards. And then we have try to get back to enjoying NYC. Not that I don't enjoy it now. If you know me, you know that I love New York City. Like I said, I moved here 7 years ago. It has changed me. It has challenged me. It has pushed me. I've just like found myself here, as dramatic as that sounds, and I'm really grateful. But I want to channel that first moved here energy. This is important, while keeping in mind that you're not the same. I think sometimes I look back on when I first moved to New York, and that girl, like, she would leave her apartment at 9 a.m. and come home at like midnight. I would take a little backpack and I'd be like, here I come. And that's not me anymore. 29-year-old Casey is not there anymore. And that's okay. I wrote here, not everything has to be daunting. It can be small and exciting. I want to try and make a list of like easy things that I want to do in the city that can bring me some joy and actually encourage myself to do them. I feel like I've gotten stuck in a little bit of routine, which there's nothing wrong with that. I love a routine. But honestly, in the city, I just run errands. Like, I am running errands or making returns. I'm constantly making returns. So I want to make sure that I am, you know, encouraging myself to do more than just make returns and to actually have some fun and try new things, because New York really is this amazing place and I want to take advantage of it while I'm here. The last one is to do this, to film, edit, and vlog more. And I wrote a point, but do it for you. I think it's so easy with social media. It's my full-time job and it's also my hobby. I talked about this on Instagram stories. I think it's so easy to get caught up in the likes and the followers and all of that stuff. But I really want to bottle up that joy and that high and that passion that I have for storytelling and sharing. It really does just make me so happy, which is why I'm so excited that I'm posting more on here and just getting started. I want to find a routine that works for me and stick to it. And that brings us to the end of my going forward goals. Going forward, I will be posting more and I'm really excited to be doing that. So comment down below if you guys have any requests for things that you'd like to see, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that content. I hope you guys enjoyed our little chat today. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time.